Today we will be discussing who killed who in the original 1996 Scream. Before we begin, I just want to say that these are my personal opinions that aren't necessarily accurate. I hope you enjoy. Let's start with Casey Becker and Steve Orth. When it comes to Steve, I would say Stu was the one that ended his life, because it was revealed that Casey dumped Stu for Steve. After Steve dies, Stu throws the patio chair and lets Billy in through the front door. Billy is the ghost face that Casey sees in the kitchen, and is also the one to get hit in the head with the phone by Casey. Billy is also the ghost face that stabs Casey. I know a lot of people say it was Stu, but I just don't buy it. There are several reasons why Billy killed Casey. First is that there are slight differences in the ways Billy and Stu hold their knives. Stu uses both hands, while Billy only uses his right hand and also likes to choke his victims, which is exactly what happens with Casey and Sydney later on. The reason people say Stu killed her is because they think he wanted revenge for getting dumped, and also because of her look on her face. However, she would recognize both of them since she goes to school with both of them. Also, people forget that it's Billy's plan, not Stu's. So they are targeting Casey because Billy wants her dead. Why would he want her dead, you ask? Well, Casey sits next to Sydney in English class. So that would be an indirect way to unsettle Sydney early on. Also, I would like to add that I think it's Billy who made the majority of the calls in the movie. He is simply more intelligent than Stu is. Next night, Sydney gets a call from Ghostface. The Ghostface that attacked Sydney that night was unquestionably Stu. We can see how he holds his knife, but we can also hear his voice as he is chasing Sydney up the stairs. Listen carefully. He can be heard saying, "Easy, easy," which we hear him say again the next day. Also, there is no way Billy would be able to get to the tree and climb it from Sydney's bedroom that quickly. Also, we can see Stu checking his forehead for a bruise. Next up, we have Principal Himbry's death. This was Billy. We can see by how he holds the knife and how he prefers to stab him rather than slice and dice. Also, Stu was setting up for the party. Moving on, with Tatum's death. This was probably Billy. There are several reasons for this. First of all, Stu was busy hosting the party. Second, right after her death, Billy shows up at the door and gives Stu a look that confirmed Tatum is dead. Also, Billy might have wanted Tatum dead because of the things she said about him at the supermarket. Moving on to the ghost face that attacked Randy. This was definitely Stu because Billy was playing dead upstairs. Stu is also the ghost face that slashes Kenny's throat. Now, it may seem that Stu is doing most of the work while Billy is playing dead. However, there is no way Billy would let Stu take on all that responsibility on his own. This is the reason that the ghost face that stabbed Dewey was Billy. Also, Stu was near the van where he incorrectly determined that Gail had died. There is no way he would have come back that quickly. So I think it was Billy. And from that point on, you know the rest. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. See you next time.